Hey guys, my name is Ethan, this is Carberra. Welcome to the series where I teach you how to build a Discord Pybot for your server. Today, we are doing command-specific error handling, so let's get into it. I've updated the thing again. Woo, I'm getting good at that. So we come into our fun.py again to do some command-specific error handling. Now, there are a number of different things. There are a number of different ways you can do this. However, there does appear to be one objectively best way of doing at least command-specific stuff, and that is to do this. So if you have roll dice dot error, and then we can async def roll dice error, self context, and then I think exception. I believe it takes the same as the normal command error. So this will be called if there is an error anywhere across the board, pretty much. So we need to, from Discord, import member from Discord. Yeah, it's got to be errors anyway. Import HTTP. So we're actually going to tackle this first. You probably wouldn't do a dice command like this. You probably hard limit the number of dice that a member could roll. But for the purposes of explanation, we're just going to do it like this. So if is instance, and we are going to need to use exception.original, I believe, otherwise it won't work. HTTP exception. We can await ctx send too many dice. Dice. A die is a single one, isn't it? Yeah. Rolled. Please try a lower number. So essentially, if the message is just too long to send, then we can just assume it's probably the number of dice. Realistically speaking, it would be the result that's too big. So we could potentially just do result too large. I don't know. Result too large. I don't know. That works. Again, it's just explanation purposes. You'll probably hard limit the number of dice. I'll have to set in the dice value here. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, we need to do. No, actually, we can. No, well, I was going to go back into the init and do some more general error handling, but we'll do that last, I think. So we can come down here and do slap member. Error. Now you remember that error we got before about the error that I wasn't actually supposed to get. That's apparently coming up very useful now. Where we did pass self. Where we what the fuck am I trying to say? I've completely lost the power of speech. Oh yeah, where we got a bad argument error because we passed in a roll wrong. Remember, so we can actually catch that. So exe, that is just yeah, anything to do with commands I believe is just exception. Anything to do with not to do with commands is exception, not original, I think. It depends what exceptions get wrapped up in a command invocation error. I think it's just the command invocation error that gets caught, so that has an original. I guess you can always test that, I don't know. But anyway, self.send that member does not exist. Or you could do like I can't find that member or something. You know, we'll make this bot a bit personal. I can't find that member. I kind of built a bot recently where I tried to avoid using the first person as much as possible to give it a more professional feel. So we'll have a more personal bot this time. So now we have these smaller errors. We will actually just run the bot to make sure that everything is still okay. Of course it isn't. What do you mean you can't import HTTP exception from Discord errors? That was literally what the error was, wasn't it? It was that. Was it not? Am I going insane? I don't know. No, I've done that again. Roll the 5 million. I don't know. Oh, that was way too high a number. Oh, there we go. An error occurred. Oh, it's name error. Jesus Christ! What the actual shit. Oh no, it's not. It's this. It's 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 all it's HTTP is all capitals. Okay, I didn't think that. Huh, I'm clearly just losing my mind here. Where is that? Down below as well. It's here somewhere. Here it is. Oh, there you go. I could have sworn that was all lowercase. Did that change? I have absolutely no idea. We're gonna roll a few. We're gonna roll some smaller numbers. 10,000 d 50,000. Just so we. There we go. Result too large. Please try a lower number. Something went wrong. Oh yes. So that's something to keep into account. When you deal your errors here, then yeah, probably the HTTP exception is probably a bad thing to do here specifically. But when you have your errors here, they are still caught in the exception. Where is it? On command error here. Yeah, there we go. It's still caught here, and it still raises it. So you need to essentially add a pass in there, which is why I was gonna do elif. Oh god, goodness. Elif is instance exception bad argument pass as well. So now that won't happen. The HTTP exception is kind of far too important to put here, so I am going to limit the number of dice. If whoops, yeah, hitting all the wrong buttons. If dice is greater than 25, I know the D&D bot is 25. Or is less than or equal to 25? That's makes it easy. No, nah, screw it. I'll just do the error handling in the end. Else await ctx.send too many dice. I can't roll. I don't know. I can't roll that many dice or something. Please try a lower number. There we go. So that's some kind of custom hard coding error handling in there. So we can now limit ourselves to 25 dice at one time. There's a chance HTTP exception might still come up. It's probably a good idea to put it here as well. Elif is instance exe.original HTTP exception. We also need to write that in. Await ctx.send, unable to send message. Oh no, we'll just have that. I think that's roughly. Oh no, I don't remember if that's all it does. But if you do get issues and you can tell it's not by that, you can just get rid of that. We're also going to get rid of it for fun as well now it's not used. And we also, while we're here, we're going to have forbidden as well, because it's a good one to have. Elif is instance exe.original forbidden await ctx.send. I do not have permission to do that. There we go. So just if, I mean, the bot is going to be admin, so this in theory should never occur, unless you try and delete the server with the bot or something. But yeah, that will just fire if the bot for whatever reason does not have permission to do anything. It's a good thing I have, especially if your bot is going to be on multiple servers at one time. Otherwise, we can probably get away with original. And we're also gonna do a few things. So we're gonna have a list called ignore exceptions just to make that other line a little shorter. And we're going to have command not found and bad argument. Apparently we imported bad argument? Oh no, we didn't. We should probably do that. Bad argument. And then I'm actually going to have an import list here. Import bad argument missing. We're going to import a load of other stuff as well. Missing required argument. You don't need too many arguments because it's barely ever fired. there is a way to get the thing to fire, and I do not bloody remember what it is. There is a way to get the too many exception or the too many arguments error fire, and it's something to do with a keyword in the command invocation or the command declaration. I forget exactly which one it is. I will put it on screen now. I won't do it in the tutorial. It was just easier. It's unnecessary anyway because by default it actually ignores that, so that should be fine for list of errors. I don't know if you realise there are anything left, then we can add it. So wait, what? Oh yeah, because we're doing it thingy, aren't we? So if you do missing required argument, await ctx.send one. You've one or more required arguments are missing, and that's just a kind of a catch, or you can do your individual catches as well. And then to just ignore a series of errors at once, you could do if any. So conversely to all, you can have an any which just says if one of these is true. So you could have error and then exception for error in ignore exceptions and then pass. So that just kind of cleans up the number of lines a little bit. It's kind of an unnecessary addition, but so what did we change? I don't think we ever demonstrated the bad argument thing, and we need to demonstrate the HTTP exceptions work. So we'll do another roll. We'll do another crazy roll. I can't let me a dice. Please try a lower number. There we go. If we send, you can't send a message that's too long. I don't think. Right now, yeah, that'll just work. It just works. In the words of Todd Howard, it just works. So now we can slap on it as 4, and it will probably shout at us. Still? What's wrong now? Bad argument is not defined. I never imported bad argument, did I? Nope. Oh god, from discord.extension.commands import bad argument. I always like to put errors in a separate import because it just makes things easier. Slap at S4. I can't find that member. Something went wrong and error occurred. Are you serious? Is instant argument 2 must be a type or tuple of types. Oh, I've got the arguments the wrong way around. Oh, this is going exceptionally well. So yeah, we need to check if exception is the error. There you go. I have no idea why it's not finding S4. I think that's a Discord problem. Yeah, I can't find that member. If we do slap, I know, blah, just an ID. I'll find that member if I just prove that it can take an ID though. Slap. Carberra, as it's actually pronounced, for no reason. So yeah, that works, and I believe that's pretty much all we wanted to do for command-specific error handling. We will be doing, for every command that we build from now on, we will be doing its individual error handling as well. So we'll probably be covering more stuff there, but this is kind of just more of an introduction to that. So yeah, that'll do it for this video. If you liked the video, then say hello down below. If you have any questions, ask down below as well, or you can join the Discord server using the link in the description. If you really like the video, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss on any more, any future ones. If you really like the video, consider donating on Patreon or supporting me on Patreon, because that would be really cool of you to do. But of course, you don't have to. Next time, we will be adding cooldowns to our commands. So I'll see you then.